What's up, YouTubers? This is Sir6 here, bringing you more Star Citizen content. Today I start another series within my channel called an Avionics Technician's Guide. My professional experience between the MV-22 Osprey and now the 737 at the Boeing Company has made me enjoy analyzing ships within the game. Now, without further chatter, I digress. The Vanguard Sentinel, a heavy interdiction ship with long-range capabilities like all Vanguards are designed in mind. Now, this ship is scheduled to make an appearance in 3.7 of this year, along with the Harbinger, so I'm hoping CIG will see this task through by that time. The Sentinel separates itself from its siblings with the best avionics suite out of all the Vanguard series. It is equipped with 2 medium-sized computers over just 1 medium and 1 small computer. So for the purpose of redundancy, you still have 1 medium-sized computer if one fails. The Sentinel also features an AR flight deck, or augmented reality. This is a more complex interface, more akin to a tactical station found on capital ships. It's intended to give the Sentinel a broader view of the battlefield, providing the pilot and crew with enhanced information courtesy of their superior sensor array. The Sentinel also comes with an electronic warfare pod, EMP charges, and decoy missiles. Within the description, it says the Sentinel can be used for wild weasel operations. And I find this interesting because within history, wild weasel dates back to the 1960s, during the Vietnam War. This was a code name for US Air Force operations that involved SEAD. Now, SEAD is suppression of enemy air defense. All my DCS fans know exactly what I'm talking about. These operations involved aircraft targeting radar-emitting SAMs with a special anti-radiation missile, also known as the AGM-45 Shrike, and later on the AGM-88 Harn. They were designed with one purpose: to seek and destroy radar SAM sites to make way for bombers like the B-52 Buff. The task of the Wild Weasel aircraft is to bait enemy anti-aircraft defenses into targeting it with their radars, whereupon the radar waves are traced back to the source, allowing the Weasel or its teammates to precisely target it for destruction. Now, this throws out some questions because why would the Sentinel be interdiction? Well, this brings us to the weapon package of the ship. The Sentinel is equipped with quad distortion cannons to drain the power of any ship, and still equipped with a gimbled size 4 weapon and a turret to assist with both offensive and defensive situations. But what really hits home is the EMP missiles that is within the ship's specifications. As a 3.4, EMPs are a part of the ship, forcing you to get within the enemy's striking distance in order to disable them. Well, imagine targeting a ship 6 clicks away and rendering them vulnerable before they can even get a shot off on you. This is awesome and scary at the same time. But I'm sure the balance will be that you will have to shoot more than one in order to incapacitate your target, and as well as the victim being able to use countermeasures to avoid the missile. Another reason why the Sentinel separates itself apart from the others is because, of course, all Vanguard series are a bigger fighter in general. The E-War capabilities gives it a fighting chance against smaller ships. If you manage to disable a light or medium fighter, it will be gone in a matter of seconds. Next up, we have decoy missiles. A decoy missile is an air-launched missile that is acting as an expendable vehicle that is designed to look like an allied aircraft to enemy air defense radar systems. This will give your enemy a false positive triggering point defense weapons or give them false scan blips when searching for targets beyond radar range. The Sentinel also comes with a dedicated electronic warfare pod. This pod is only designed to reduce the detection range of an adversary's radar. It will not completely jam it, making you invisible. And being that the Vanguard has a decent cross-section and emits a lot of waves, it can easily be picked up by anybody. So the E-War pod can allow the Sentinel to get in a little closer, combined with its stealth tactics by suppressing her overall signature. Now, with all this info, I believe the Sentinel can be a great multi-role ship. With the E-War capabilities, it can not only disrupt enemy ships, but also ground vehicles, using EMP missiles to disable AA Cyclones or Nova tanks. Now, if you pair this with a Harbinger, the Harbinger will go in for the kill with the front-mounted weapons and torpedoes. A beautiful combined strike package. Or imagine using decoy missiles to give false positives to enemies while scanning for targets. making them assume that they have multiple contacts and make them chase one while you tail them and wait to strike. The Sentinel allows you to fly smarter. Instead of taking enemies head-on with a fixed size 5 laser cannon, this allows you to use your tools of the trade to form deception among your targets. With all these bells and whistles the Sentinel offers, I firmly believe that this should be a crew of 3. A pilot, a radar intercept officer, or RIO for short, to man the electronic warfare package, and a gunner, not only promoting multi-crew, but also lighting up the workload for the players. It would be more efficient to have one person dedicated for each role instead of having the pilot have all the workload. The error of his or her ways could result in death. If CIG ever sees this, I hope they will take this into consideration. But if not, then it's not a big deal. They most likely have everything set in stone and do not want to make changes that will alter the potential release date, which I understand. And lastly, the ship description and specifications don't really add up. In the description it says the Sentinel has EMP charges, but the specification shows EMP missiles. And then it also shows standard size 3 missiles, so are those the Decoy Missiles that we discussed earlier? CIG really needs to clean up their ship specifications in general, because a lot of things contradict themselves. In conclusion, I want to hear your thoughts. Let's continue this topic in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, then tell me what ship you would like to see me do next. As usual, I thank you for personally taking your time out of your day to watch my videos. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like it and share it with everybody else. And if you're new, feel free to subscribe for more content. But with that being said, I will see you on the flip side.